So, overtraining.
Yeah.
Some people say fuck overtraining. Some people say some people say you can't overtrain. What's your take on that subject?
You know, everyone's different, and I have a couple of analogies that I came up with over the last 10 years while I've been training people and assessing other people. And here's my thought. Before, it was believed that you don't train a body part more than once a week because that body part needs to recuperate. And you know, I remember watching Olympics for years, and you watch these what are they called? These speed skaters, and all they do is skate around a rink, right? All day long, skate around a rink, and you look at their quad, some of the most incredible sweeps and fullness and thickness of a quad, and so how could that be? They do the same thing every day, repetitious over and over. So there's no recuperation other than probably 24 hours. So how could they develop such enormous, full, incredible quads? So that was one theory. And then, you know, you look at some of the guys in prison, you know, some of the historical guys who've been in prison, all they do is bench, curl, and triceps every day. And they've been noted to have some of the most monstrous chests in history. I mean, you know, guys with 60 and 70 inch chests where they sit in Coke bottles up on their chest and holding it. How is that possible? If they're training that same muscle group every freaking day in, day out, 10, 12, 13, 14 years. So I came up with a thought that everybody is different, first and foremost, so you can't hold that stick over everybody. And I don't really feel no more that you have to wait that long for a muscle to recuperate. I think a muscle gets used to a certain type of exertion and motion, and it starts to compensate for that. Just as the same as when you don't use a muscle, it doesn't compensate for that and they dissolve. So I really don't believe there's such thing as overtraining. What I know for a fact is you can undereat and you can get improper rest. That will crush you.
It's as easy as crushing an ant. Hey, take my wallet and leave me alone.
You spoke about getting rest. I mean, you know, let's
Yeah,
say
it's important.
let's say you're at the expo all day, right? You say you're traveling at the expo all day. So at the end of the day, do you still go to the gym, or do you just rest, or do you just take a? That's what, I mean, how do you balance your busy schedule with still training hard? You know what I'm saying? How do you do
Sure.
that?
Well, first and foremost, the body doesn't grow in the gym. It doesn't grow in the gym. When you go in the gym and you train, you're actually tearing down muscle tissue. When you're at rest, whether it be sleeping into a hypersleep or whatnot, the body is actually then rehabilitating itself and is getting ready for that stress load that it's expecting the next time it trains. So for me, when I try to be really smart, you know, especially now and the traveling I have to do. You know, if I have an exhorting day and I didn't get proper nutrition and I'm upside down as far as clockwise, I don't go in the gym and I don't tear. I don't go in the gym and I don't bang. You know, I'll try to get my rest and try to get my food in because that's most important. So I try to listen to my body. And even when I was in Germany, I didn't train every single day because it was just pretty hectic. Some days I only ate twice a day. Because of the workload that I had in front of me. And those days, I would just go back and I would just lay in bed.
Right now, as you getting closer to the competition, do you still? Because I remember when we filmed with you, like, you know, a couple of months ago, you were going more towards lighter training, right? That was the approach because you had to kind of come down on weight. Is that still
Right.
Is that still you going with the same approach as you were 2 months ago?
Yeah, lighter training as far as in weights, but intensity is still through the roof. Intensity, I feel, is what creates muscle. So, you know, again, I have to weigh in at 210. My weight will change over the 24 hours. I will be a lot heavier than 210, but I have to meet the requirement of 210. So I have to really be careful on how much muscle I put on. And that's really different for me, right? Bodybuilding is supposed to be about how much muscle you can put on. So I have to be really careful on what body parts are allowed to grow and how hard I train them and everything like that. So it's still the same.
Do you do cardio right now?
No.
No cardio at all?
No cardio. I don't plan on probably having to do cardio. Again, like I said, I never displayed some of the separation that I have right now that I did on stage ever. So if I continue doing things right and my body can handle it and my kidney can handle it and the doctor still, give me a green light that everything is going well, I won't have to do any cardio whatsoever.
So cardio really depends on an individual, right? Because I know some bodybuilders, they do a lot of
Sure.
cardio. Some bodybuilders, they don't do any cardio ever. They just eat. I guess they diet down or whatever, right? So
Yeah.
it just depends. It depends on a body, right?
Before, when I competed back in the 90s, I did tons of cardio. Everybody know I did up to 3 hours of cardio, but the tonnage of food that I ate required for me to do that. Right now, I have to not allow myself to eat over 4 to 5 times a day. If I do, then I'm actually putting on weight, and I can't do that. What I'm trying to do is drop my body fat while creating more lean muscle mass. So I can't even eat 5 times a day. I have to, based on where I'm at and what my weight is each day, I'll eat either 3 times a day or 4 times a day, just so I can come down in weight.
Generation Iron 2, May 12th.